Aromie here, and welcome back to our life. Always in. This is a shameful. I should be knowing the titles. Our life beginnings and always, not forever and always. But I am back. It's been a hot minute. I have been busy moving and such. If you haven't watched any of the updates or kept tabs on me on social media, that's where I've been. I've been moving moving to my own place, so now I have a cute little back room situation going on right here. My camera is focused on my mic for some odd reason. I'm still in the process of getting some things like moved in and such. Like I have one more box to deal with, but I've decided to have some motivation to finally record after procrastinating and not feeling happy enough to record. So I'm very sorry for the long due wait of the wedding DLC with Cove, but we are here. We're going to start it up. I didn't know how to get to it, so there's a little button over here that says DLC info, and it tells you how to get to it. So it says, thank you for getting the Cove wedding DLC. The way you gain access to the wedding scenes is by getting engaged to Cove at any point in the story, or by saying you're already married to him during his transition from step 3 to 4. If you're in that kind of committed relationship, instead of the story ending when step 4 is over, you'll get the option to keep going further and play the wedding story. We hope you enjoy. Now, I do not remember if well, obviously we finished all the way to step 4, but I don't even know how to get to that. So I'm gonna hit continue, possibly. I found it. I finally got to it. All right. Hello again. Thank you so much for getting the Cove wedding DLC. My camera is having a hard time focusing on anything. All right. Fine by me, I guess. Oh shit. I'm just having malfunctions everywhere. Because you're engaged to Cove in this playthrough, you can choose to continue your story into the wedding planning events if you'd like. And you can always make a save here and come back if you want to return the option later on. Okay, we're gonna save right now, I don't care. Yes, I want to play the wedding DLC. That is why I am here. Welcome to the Cove wedding DLC. These events are set after step 4, but it's not specified when. It could be during that same summer, the next summer, a year in the future, springtime in California, etc. You can assume the timeline is whatever it needs to be to make sense for the choices you made to progress the relationship. Before starting, would you like to pick out an engagement ring for Cove to wear? I don't want him to wear an engagement ring. What? Yes, I want him to wear one now. Oh, we can change the colors. Oh, you can get like super fancy with this. See, I feel like Cove would want something plain, but at the same time, I feel like he wouldn't. How do you change the colors? Oh, okay, a gold or silver. What does gold? What does gold? Okay, I already chose my answer. What does Cove seem like he would wear? I feel like gold, because it would match his skin complexion. I'm kind of leaning towards this one, just because it's more simple, but not too simple, like a plain wedding band. But I also like the pearls. Let's just give him this one. All right, done. We hope you have a truly wonderful wedding. I'm so excited. Oh, so excited. I've been waiting forever to record this. I just didn't have motivation to. Side by side on a purple dyed faux leather couch, you sat with your fiance, Cove. The air in the chic office smelled non-distinctly perfumed, though luckily it was a demure touch rather than smothering. A soft hum came from the air conditioning, gently blowing the scent around the room. It was the first time either of you had been there, and you weren't sure if the atmosphere was meant to comfort or impress visitors. For some people, it wouldn't make a difference either way, like with your own partner, for example. Cove's hand was intently gripping yours. You could feel him trembling and hear the squishing noise the couch made each time he shifted around. One part came from his usual nervousness over these kinds of matters, and the other came from an almost uncontainable excitement for the same reason. This place was the headquarters of a well-known event planning agency in the area, and this office belonged to their planner for a very particular type of special occasion: weddings. You were here to plan your wedding together. Soon he wouldn't be only your fiance, Cove would be your husband. And on that occasion, there was going to be a ceremony, reception, and everything. You felt truly content. You were overflowing with thrilled energy. You matched with Cove, shaking from nerves. It felt totally natural and like no big deal to you. Your focus was on being concerned for Cove. I feel like I'll be worried about him. You couldn't help doting on him with how overwhelmed he was. The saving grace that was getting you through was knowing that this meeting should be straightforward. Introducing yourselves to the planning team, getting familiar with one another, and going over only some basics. The entire process would take multiple visits here and trips to other locations. Before setting up the appointment with the planner, you and Cove decided that you were going to set the wedding in, or at least near Sunset Bird. You also had a good idea of who would be attending, how large your wedding needed to be, and a few other details related to your lives together going forward. That was as far as you had gotten in the process when you decided to bring in an assistant. Assistant. All the planning was going to be great, you thought. It was going to be peen, but would be worth it, you felt. You were thankful you had a professional to deal with this. Planning a day with Cove as a team was something you looked forward to. I feel like it's going to be great. Oh, he's so cute. Hi, Cove. It's been so long. Cove caught your mind wandering away from you, and the corner of his mouth lifted encouragingly. His second hand reached over to clasp both yours and hit his first. A metallic sensation pressed into your skin. The engagement ring securely on his left ring finger. Your feet shuffled against the black and white striped rug that covered over the center of the hardwood floor as you returned to smile back. Here we are. Here we are. You're so cute. It's really happening. His fingers squeezed your hand deeper into his hold. I'm not really good with, any of this, but I'm sure that whatever it ends up being like, it's going to be amazing. It has to be, because I'm marrying you. Okay. You're so wonderful. I completely agree. I'm glad you're feeling good about things. Yeah, and hopefully you only panic a moderate amount along the way. You have to turn your face away out of shyness. Literally me just now. He was too sweet sometimes, and then there was a series of quick knocks. Your conversation stopped as you shared unsure looks between one another. Come in? In response to Cove's words, the shining wood door off to the side swung open. Hello, lovebirds. Oh my god! Are you the wedding planner? Baxter, right? Baxter? Shit, Cove, you might get... I'm just kidding. You don't have competition. We're getting literally married to you, man. Standing in the entry was a tall man about your age. His dark gray hair swept to the side and on his neck was a distinctive mole. His curved grin and brown eyes grew wide in sync. Bro, he is so hot. You can't tell if he's not hot, though. He's really hot.
Hallelujah.
I forgot your voice sounded like that for a second, Baxter. Love would have been a lie if you two dolls had broken up. Cove stared wild, frozen in place, deer in the headlights, his mouth open, then closed again soundlessly. Do you know this person, Cove? This is awkward. This is amazing. Your eyes start between Cove and the man confused. You're speechless seeing him. Baxter? I think I would be speechless. The former tourist stepped further into the room while chuckling.
That's wonderful.
Oh, goddamn his voice. Chill out. I'm getting married here. Chill out. I'm flattered two people of excellence remember me too. He is hot. And I didn't even have to dress in black and white. No need. How can we forget Baxter? I don't know about that. This huge black and white rug is kind of a clue. Yeah. But I mean, that anyone could like a black and white rug. He laughed again, brushing his bangs from his eyes. True. It was exciting to see it was really him. You could only feel shock and disbelief. You were ticked. Why would anyone be ticked to see Baxter unless you didn't vibe with him at all? We're excited. I'm excited. This was an incredible, unexpected reunion. It's been a while. Years.
I know.
Cove, you're right. Did you not like Baxter that much? I can't remember. Yeah, it has been. Cove dropped his response heavily. The tone likely would have been even firmer if he wasn't still in disbelief that Baxter had reappeared in front of both of you, and as a wedding planner of all things. Are you married, sir? Are you also married? Your wedding planner. What happened? No one's heard from you at all until right now, I guess. The more he spoke, the more a sardonic edge caught up to Cove. Are you mad he didn't keep up with us? Are we still friends with Shiloh? Shiloh's cute. Can we go see Shiloh? Well, not Shiloh. Is it Shiloh? Not Shiloh. Jeremy. I mean, Shiloh's cute in his own way too, but I didn't vibe with Shiloh that much. Jeremy. I want to see Jeremy. As professional as possible, Baxter strode to the other half of the room and took a seat in the rolling office chair opposite the couch we were on. He used the tips of his feet to smoothly twist the chair's position so that it faced you completely as he continued to reply. I went back to college, eventually graduated, joined the great wide career world, grew up and learned some more. I'm still learning. How old are we? To fully settle in, Baxter dropped an elbow on the armrest of his seat and rested his cheek against the propped up fist. That's the curated version. Life is a wonderful journey. The words were spoken flatly, inauthentically, and punctuated with a dismissive gesture of his free hand. It was impossible to tell if the sarcasm was purely in response to Cove's own sharpness, or if there was something else. Even Cove raised an eyebrow at how clear the displeasure was. Baxter was aware of the impression he was giving, but only half shrugged with one shoulder over it. His eyes drifted away from you and your partner. Whatever the story was, you definitely weren't getting the full version of it. God damn, are we getting his DLC? When is it coming out? I need to know this man's trauma. Or backstory, sorry. Well, I'm happy we got to meet again, okay? Hope you've been alright. This is weird. Can we say I miss you? Was Cove gonna get pissed off? A bin formed in his eyebrows, a small sign of regret. So did I.
Now.
That's my introduction taken care of. Then let's swing things back around to the real reason you came. You're getting married. Congratulations. You were given an enthusiastic round of applause from the audience of one. How did the engagement happen? It must have been wonderfully emotional. A shame I had left town before I could find out. A fond, familiar flush of red crept over Cove's cheek. We had come back to visit Sunset Bird for Michiko's parents' anniversary. It started out as a normal trip. On the last day before we had to leave, we went out to the poppy hill behind Michiko's house. I had been waiting for the right moment the entire time, and that was it. I asked Michiko to marry me. Look at his face. Look at you. He's so cute. I just want to crush his cheeks. She said yes. The pitch of Cove's voice shot up dramatically, going through that last sentence and got him shimmying in his seat. Just thinking back to that moment had him nearly tearing up from joy. How romantic and very fitting for the two of you. Baxter slipped a pen out of his jacket pocket and tapped it against the desk counter at his side. He looked between you and Cove, satisfied. Thank you for answering. Considering we're already acquainted, it should make the process that much better. I'm sure your special day is going to be one to remember. Cove's uneasy single word was directed towards you. In a whisper, he elaborated on what that was supposed to mean. Are we really going through this? Having Baxter plan our wedding? What's wrong with that? I'd like you to. What's wrong with it, Cove? You don't want Baxter to plan it? The man is, like, fashionable. I'm sure he can make our wedding just as pretty. Cove quietly yelped. It wasn't unreasonable that the person on the other side of the room could hear the conversation. But Cove had not expected him to answer. I think I could do it well. I can do it right. And there's very few weddings I'd like to see go off like a charm than this one. He looks so cute. He doesn't look like that cocky, narcissistic guy that I remember. He spoke in a big words, conciliatory way. Baxter's normal boldness was entirely missing while asking for this chance. Yeah, he's like, I don't know, he seems different. You and Cove faced one another on the couch. The softness in his eyes and the sloping of his brow shared his thoughts without him needing to say a word. He was being swayed. You nodded to your partner. There was a pause and then Cove spoke. Okay. While still on the couch, Cove brought his torso up. Oh, sorry. That's Tyler. I didn't turn my phone on silent. To its full height and held his head high. The look on his face was determined. Since this is actually the reality that exists now, I've got a question for you, Baxter. Yes? Cove's strong stance began to crumble as he shrunk into himself once more. Is your offer for dance lessons still open? Does he dance still? Your new planner gasped before quickly settling into laughter with the clap of his hands. Of course, always. That's a relief. I'm probably gonna need
I'm
them.
here if you need me.
I understand completely. I'm here for you, and you as well, Michiko, if there's a need. You're a good fuck no, that's a fucking lie, but it would be nice to practice with someone. You were a good dancer and didn't need help. You were a good dancer and didn't want to dance with Baxter. You weren't a good dancer and could use guidance. You weren't a good dancer but didn't want lessons anyway. You weren't a good dancer but didn't want to no, what the fuck? You weren't a good dancer. Let's do it. Got it. That works for me. Now, he shifted closer in the rolling chair with a glint in his eyes that made him look like the teen he used to be. Let's roll up our sleeves and get into the details, which I don't mean literally. No need to crumple my jacket, but I'm going to have to ask you quite a few questions. I'm ready. Hit us with your best shot. To start, have we thought of possible surnames? Yours, his, or what are you imagining? I don't care. I just want to marry her. I just want to marry her. But we have actually talked about it. Yeah, we're going with both of us using my last name Melody, both of us using his last name Holden, both of us using a hyphenated name Melody Holden, or Holden Melody, both of us keeping our own last names. I know this is a bit controversial, but when I was younger, I was like, alright, I'm gung-ho taking future husbando's last name, but now as I'm older, I kind of want to just keep my own last name. I know that's probably controversial and you should be taking your husband's name or whatever the fuck, but I feel like I will be losing a part of my mom's side of the family because I have her last name. And I don't plan to have kids, so I can't pass on her last name. So that her last name is going to end with me, at least for me. She might have hope with my brother. But for me, generation it's ending here for me, so I'm gonna keep my last name. Cove can have his last name, you know. It's controversial, but yeah. Good to know, nothing wrong with that. And what about titles in the wedding? Bride, groom, it can be whichever you like, honestly. Can I be a groom?
Of course.
It's your day. I'm a groom too, hell yeah. He's the groom and I'm the bride. Can I be called neither? I didn't know this was a thing. That's pretty cool. He's the groom and I'm the bride. Wonderful, a bride and groom for the couple of the wedding. Baxter flipped open a notebook set on the desk. Can I get an idea of scale? Only an estimate. It doesn't have to be a complete guess list. And even if it was you never, wait, what? Whatever. I'm just gonna continue reading. You never know how many of those invites will accept the RSVPs. Don't stress too much over who's going to be in attendance. Cove stepped off the cloud nine he had been hovering on since the start of the conversation and planted himself back firmly on the purple couch in Baxter's office. For sure, there's going to be our parents, 4 of them, Michiko's sister and her uncle, her aunt and cousin. Some grandparents should be there, but not all of them. We'll have our friends Miranda, Terry, and Derek. You not aggressively? That's Cove filled Baxter in. That's right, but also was wondering if we could invite... Can we invite Jeremy? Cove laughed with his whole heart. We can try, but I kind of don't think he'll show up. Baxter's eyes shifted from your face to Cove's and back again. It was sharp. He was trying to read the room. A co-worker of yours.
No.
We met him as teens, barely. We were like 13 and he was a little younger. He was horrible, mean and angry and unreasonable. But thanks to Shiloh of all people, another guy we know, we met him again years later. It turns out Jeremy's okay now, more bristly than hostile. Hostile? I got kind of attached even though we're not friends because Jeremy's the kind of guy who won't describe anyone as a friend, except for Prawn. You ended Co's explanation with him and had matching smiles with him to boot. Jeremy is great. I can't believe he grew on me. It'd definitely be entertaining to have him there. Having to attend would make him annoying, that's the goal. And that summed it up well, so you left it there. Jeremy's great. You've got some interesting relationships. I'll put it down and we can certainly send an invitation when the time comes. It'll be up to Jeremy to decide what to do with the offer. Yeah, that's true. Who else? You and Co continued to come up with family members, friends, professional relations, and the like to make an estimated size of the wedding. All the while, Baxter jotted down the information like an attentive student sitting at the front of the class. And of those who you most want and expect to be there, will any of them make up wedding parties or is everyone a normal guest? We're thinking of having a wedding party. We hadn't really planned on something like that. A wedding party, what are we talking about? Is that not part of like the cake cutting and shit? Or is that the wedding party? I guess. Right, we hadn't picked exactly who would be in it yet, but we were having wedding parties.
Certainly.
Or do they mean like bachelor and bachelorette parties? Is that what they're talking about? I'm so clueless. Of course, let's discuss who's with who now then. It can be an equal split between the both of you, but it's not a rule. It's if one of you has a bigger wedding party than the other, it's completely fine. It's all about the two of you, so you can do as you please. Tepidly, Cove offered his first thoughts on the matter. I don't know, maybe it's embarrassing or even sort of dumb, but as great as my friends are, the person I'd want to be there as my best man is my dad. Oh, that's cute. He's gonna be so happy to hear that. That's a perfect choice. You've come a long way, Cove. You simply not understanding, like, yeah, we can offer him $20 to do it! I'm not gonna follow through with this choice. I just want to know that what's gonna happen. Perfect, that'll work for sure. Okay, I just wanted to say that. He's gonna be happy. Having that close of a relationship with your father is a beautiful thing.
What do you think?
Michiko, do you know who will be the lead of your wedding party? Oh, okay, like the maid of honor? And the title isn't important. Best man, best woman, or best person. Maid, man, or individual of honor, it's all fine. My mom, my sister, my cousin, my mother-in-law, my friend Derek. Oh my god, I can have Derek! My friend Miranda, my friend Terry. Oh my god, I can have Derek! What page am I on? 24. Bro, I can have Derek? Oh my god. I mentioned this to Tyler before, but I don't have like a lot of close girlfriends. So like my best friend is literally him and my friend Luis and my brother. And those are all dudes. And Tyler is the groom. If we were to get married. So it's not like he could be... So I told him, I was like, is it okay if I make my brother my like brother in honor? Because he's literally my other half, my other brain cell. I want to go with Derek, spice it up a little. That's my man of honor, best man, person of honor, best person. Man of honor. Very well. Anyone else in the parties? Well, I'm good with whichever friends and family being my party, but I kind of want the size of things to be sort of close. Everybody would probably be Michiko's party if there wasn't more of a split. So if that's okay, there'd probably be 3 or 4 in the parties at most. That makes sense, but I want it to have everyone else in my party. No, I didn't want that many anyway. You're not in acceptance of Cove's request, you just shrug. No, just not, yeah. Great! For your own party, you chose... Oh, I can pick my people now. Well, Lee, of course. Liz. Oh, fuck. I'm sure he wants Terry and Miranda. I feel like those two are more of his friends, right? Well, my mom. Alright, my mom's. And my sister and my cousin. And I'd use bridesmaids for the title. Bride attendants. Wedding attendants for the title. Bridesmaids. Then my party's gonna be Kyra, Terry, and Miranda. And with that, you successfully mapped out the members of your wedding parties. Perfect, I'll make notes. The statement was made extra clear by the clicking noise of Baxter keenly tapping his pen on the armrest. On the topic of guests and that sort, are you open to attendees giving speeches during the reception? We can make it so only select people are arranged to say some words about the couple, or have a mic open for anyone interested in taking it, or discreetly circumvent anyone from gathering the attention in order to talk. I feel like it'd be nice to have some specific people talk. I'd be fine with anyone making a toast or giving a speech if they want. Can we not do speeches? See, I didn't think about this at a wedding. I feel like we should only have like specific people, like the ones that are like really close to us, because I feel like that way the speeches are more catered to be personal, like super personal, but not too personal where the whole world needs to know, you know?
Yeah.
You're right. Do you have names for the guests giving speeches? Oh, my wedding planner, you? Can we get him in this? As I said, I wanted like specific personal people close to us, and then I'm like, hey, you. No, I won't do that. I want him there though. Is he gonna be there? Oh, let's get Derek to say something because he's my man of honor. definitely Cliff. I want to hear what Cliff has to say. Wait, okay, I'm gonna just choose him anyway because we're allowed to. Oh, really? I can do that. Nice. Liz, I'm sure she'll come up with a funny one. Kyra. Wait, can everyone? Wait, can I just say everyone? Alright, that's everyone, bro. Everyone gets to basically make. I was like, I want something personal, and then I just end up picking everyone. Cove made a small noises of acknowledgements as he answered the question. Good. He continued along casually, accepting all your input. And are you thinking of writing anything yourselves for custom vows? Just remember, it's an option, not an obligation. There's no pressure to make a custom declaration if you're not comfortable with it. Oh. I had custom vows in mind, if I'm honest. Truthfully, I hoped on doing the normal ceremony speech. I wanted to let Cove decide what he felt up for. You see, your girl here is the cheesiest person I know. And I personally, if I had a wedding, I wanted to do custom vows, but Tyler did not. Because he doesn't, I guess he feels embarrassed. Because he knows that I will write an essay, and we don't have time for that. So I feel like if we do plan to have a wedding, I would probably have my vow written and hand it off to him while he's like, you know, getting dressed or whatever. Like we would exchange our personal vows there, but then do a regular vow speech shit for the guests. So, you know, speeds up the process because I know you guys don't want to be there. Come on. But I don't know what Coves want. I don't know what he genuinely wants, so I want to let him decide. I think I'm gonna write my own vows. I'm gonna be nervous either way, and there's a lot I could say. Then that's what we'll do. Cove's eyes squinted up from his cheeks as he smiled at you so sweetly. You were feeling butterflies already, and the vows hadn't even been said.
Lovely.
Just lovely, and that is highly personal. This is highly personal, so you each can work on them privately outside of her appointments. Baxter relaxed back into his chair and looked you both over. His smile curved widely. It was a look that made Cove nervous. You could feel him begin to fidget uncomfortably at your side. Let's talk a little more about traditions and wedding norms. We're all friends here, so I'll be frank. If one of you sincerely asks not to get splattered with cake or for whatever else, and the other does exactly the opposite simply because they think it's funny, I will personally see to it that your marriage ends. If you can't treat your partner and their boundaries with respect on your own wedding day, you don't deserve them as your spouse. Holy fuck, what the fuck? Now, I sincerely doubt that's going to be a problem with you two, but it's an occupational hazard.
In that case...
With that said, do you have any requests pertaining to either the ceremony or the reception? We can arrange for anything special that you do want included. I don't want anything to happen with the cake. It should just be for eating. I like to do a proper cake cutting with Cove without all the mess. I want to smash some cake. No. It'd be fun to smash some cake in Cove's face, but I wouldn't want to get any on myself. Cove should, but I wouldn't want to smash cake on him. Can we just do the cake cutting without smashing cake in our face? Because our clothes are expensive and the makeup and hair is expensive. Can we just... Yeah, sure. Can we do that? Thanks. Cove crossed his arms with a prudent nod. The longer he chewed on that idea, the more his lip tugged into a thin smile. And that means we can focus on what's important, eating cake. Very well. Baxter clapped his hands together, pleased with the direction of the conversation. That's another important detail done. We should discuss who you'd like to officiate the ceremony next. I can arrange for a standard justice of the peace to be there, but if there's a pastor, minister, rabbi, judge, or anyone else that you have in mind, please send me their contact information. Preferably right away. I can work things out with them, so we're all set for the ceremony. Unsure what to say, Cove glanced over at you. He scratched his cheek contemplatively. I don't mind having justice of peace officiating. There's a religious figure I have in mind that we could ask. I do have a certain certified figure in mind. Who's that certified figure? I feel like when it comes to like weddings like this, it would be super cool if you had like someone close to you be the one to like officiate, or whatever the term is, your marriage. Certified figure? I don't know who I got, but I want to do that. Without another thought, Cove nodded. You're way ahead of me here. Let's go with whoever you want. Wonderful. Text me their info after our meeting and I'll get everything sorted out. I literally don't know who she's gonna get unless it's like somebody not on the choices, which is Shiloh. Shiloh, or probably Shiloh, because we didn't send an invitation to him. Now, have either of you considered how you want to rise to the ceremony? Will one come in first and then the other come down the aisle? Or perhaps you both want to enter together? I love to see Cove come down the aisle. I have my heart set on walking down the aisle. Cove, would you want to walk together? Oh, what are you thinking, Cove? I personally want to walk down to him, so... Sheepishly squirmed in your seat. Cove's mouth wobbled as his whole demeanor brightened. Yeah. I like that idea a lot. His eyes shone with the fondness that made your pulse quicken. You nodded? Your heart fluttered in fear, but it was still dizzying in the most exciting way. The music would swell and attention would shift to you, but it all would fall away because there was only one thing you wanted, and he'd be at the other end of the aisle. So cute. I'll be waiting for you. Cole's face was a shade pinker from the conversation, but he was pleased with what you both settled on. You were too. That sounds lovely. Baxter clicked his pen before dropping his attention to his paperwork. He glanced back up and giving you his full attention.
Does that sound alright?
Oh, and are you intending to exchange wedding bands? It is possible to skip that. We've got the rings. No, we don't have rings for that. Cope answered, explain how you would exchange rings. Cope answered, explain how you wouldn't exchange rings. We've got rings.
Of course.
We can easily save a moment for that in your ceremony. And a small reminder, couples generally take off engagement rings before the ceremony to wear just the wedding band during the wedding. Thanks. You couldn't help picturing the matching wedding bands you had gotten together. They were gold, rose gold, silver, platinum, black. Gold. Because his is gold that I picked. Well, or is that his... I don't know what ring we chose for him, whatever. And a round band, a jeweled band, a V-shaped band, a V-shaped band with jewels. A round band. They were incredible, but before you completely lost focus, Baxter spoke again. Do either of you want to have a bouquet? A small chuckle fell from Cove's lopsided grin, but Baxter was serious and waited attentively when Cove realized that he shrugged. I like flowers, but I don't need a whole bouquet. I like to have one. I don't need one either. Don't be shy. You should have one, Cove. We should both have one. It would be nice. Well, he just said he didn't want a whole bouquet. I'm not going to press for it, but I would like one. I love flowers. The shape and color of it hadn't fully formed yet in your thoughts, but part of you could already feel the weight of the flowers in your hand. A satisfied smile tugged at the corner of your mouth. Excellent choice. Let's discuss what it'll look like then. He leaned forward and interlaced his fingers together on the table. Excited, he glanced at Cove and he gave you a supportive thumbs up in return. Would you mind if it had white poppies? No, it needs those. Yeah, that's what we were from, right? The poppy fields. Poppy Hill? Since the instant Baxter brought up flowers, you had been positive Cove was going to ask for those. Are there any others that you like that you would want highlighted? Oh, peonies! I was about to say. Wait, hold on. I didn't even see. I didn't even see the other choices. Sunflowers too. Oh, tulips. I love peonies though. If I were to have a wedding, I would want white and pink peonies with baby breaths. Those are cute. Peonies. White poppies and peonies. That's quite a combo, just like the two of you. With that decided, Baxter picked his pen up again and took note of your specifications. He subtly nodded as he wrote. Well, since you're having that, this means that you have the option of a bouquet toss during the reception. That kind of sounds fun. What do you think, Chico? Can I have like a backup bouquet? Because like, I want a backup. No, firmly, honestly, I'd rather keep the bouquet instead of throwing it. Definitely, we've got to do it. Yeah, if you want to do it, we can have one. See, what do people do with the bouquet after? The ones that catch it. Do they just trash it when it dies or something? I don't know. I kind of want to keep mine. Because I don't know what the person that's going to catch it does with it. Like, what if they just... I feel like they won't honestly take care of it after that. You know? That's a good question, me. I should Google that later. What do people do with their bouquets when they catch it after? I don't know. I'd rather keep mine. Oh, Cole's shoulders drooped some, but it was just as quickly reined in his mild disappointment. You know, that makes sense. It's kind of a sentimental thing to chuck out. I think so, and then we don't have to worry about any fights breaking out. His eyebrows pinched together in confusion, but then it dawned on him. He shivered. Yeah, some people get too competitive about that, right? It does happen from time to time. I don't think our friends and family would, but still. Yeah. Sorry, Cove. I know you're excited for that part, but I really want to keep my bouquet, because we paid for that shit. Baxter's gaze lifted from his notes. Marvelous! That's about all the basics sorted out, but we still have time to talk about the ceremony itself. There's vows, but from there you can personalize it with more rituals and such. If there's any particular tradition that you'd like to have, you're welcome to let me know.
Don't worry about it.
I don't have things I need. I'm not very traditional. I just want it to be whatever Michiko hopes for.
Charming.
Me, I'm not traditional either, bro. I just want to keep the ceremony simple. I like to jump the broom. I like to pour sand pouring ritual. We have a hand fast. What's a hand fasting ritual? I want to do breaking the glass, like blanket ceremony. I want to have floral garland exchange. Oh, that sounds cute. What is that? Oh, can there be confetti tossing when we leave? No, what is this floral garland exchange? What is that? That sounds pretty. I want that. Whatever that is. One exquisite addition to the ceremony. We had to set that up for the beginning. Anything else? Confetti tossing? That'd be cool. I kind of want bubble blowing or something like that, but they didn't have that option. We tapped this pen on the table twice. I know the perfect place to get some. It's biodegradable and very nice. That's awesome. Yes, thank you. Anything else? I think that's about it. Content with your wishes. I need to look up the flower garland exchange. What the fuck is that? Because I'm not agreeingly. Very well, so that's a ceremony. Now, any reception venue you choose will be large enough to have room for casual dancing throughout the evening. But I need to know if we should schedule for any particular kinds of dance, such as first dance between only you and Cove at the start, for example. Both of you turned to each other curiously. A deep red blush crept across his cheeks, and when he felt overwhelmed, Cove's gaze dropped to the floor.
Well,
If you're good with it, I would want to have a first dance. Aww. I want to have a first dance with you too. I'm so sorry, but I don't want to have a dance where I'm the center of attention. You were already the center of attention when we walked down the aisle. First dance with Cove. Cove perked up at your answer. Despite still being nervous, he gave an eager shimmy in his seat. You beamed overjoyed with the idea of your first dance together as a married couple. It would also be nice if we had dances with our own parents. It would be sweet if we had songs where we dance with each other's parents. I want to plan a money dance too. We should have a dance with our parents and a money dance too. We should plan a dance with each other's parents and have a money dance too. You're looking forward to that moment with Cove. See, I know the money dance is a thing. I just feel I feel embarrassed of that. Can you guys just like leave the money in a card or something? Because I particularly do not care to dance. But anyway, it would be cute if we danced with our parents though. It would be also nice if we danced with our own parents. Like, can we dance with everyone? Like both of our parents together? But I guess it's technically this one. A part of you could already imagine your mom's delight taking turns twirling Cove around the dance floor, but that wasn't your only reason for suggesting it. You'd love to have a special moment with Cove's parents yourself. It was significant that they both welcomed you with open arms. They'd been kind, stable figures for so much of your life now. You wanted to honor that. A rosy blush dusted his cheeks a deeper pink. A parent dance, that'd be great actually. Then it's settled. Baxter continued to keep track of details by jotting it down on paper. He kept up with the pace of the conversation with words and writing easily. Oh, and speaking of the ceremony and reception, that's my area of expertise. If you're going on a honeymoon afterwards, that'll be something I'd recommend perhaps a travel agent for. Or honestly, arranging between only you two without any middleman. Cove didn't blink at the caveat. Whatever. We'll handle that. While we're here, it's just about the day of. I get it. Fantastic. Now back to the wedding. Do you have a sense of style you're aiming for? Is it formal, casual? Do you have a particular color you want the wedding party to wear? Are the clothes for the couple meant to be a surprise for the ceremony, or would you prefer picking that out together? I'm not sure. And also, what about hair? I can let my hair down so it could be fancier, though if that's not important, I could keep it the same. Good question. What do you think? You considered a series of inquiries and responded by saying, like a casual feel. Personally, I was hoping for a formal occasion. We could do something in between formal and casual. I can go with whatever level of formality Cove is good with. Oh, can we do formal? I want to see everyone dressed up like a ball, you know? That would be so cool. But we're going to be at a beach, so it's whatever. Formal occasion. Yeah, I could be formal for our own wedding. And it doesn't matter to me what the wedding party wears. I'd be happy with the main color blue. Is there pink? Pink. Is it like a soft pink?
sounds good.
Aw, thanks, man. Also, I'd love to surprise you with my outfit during the wedding. I feel a lot better if we help each other get outfits for the wedding. I don't care if the clothes are a secret or not. No, I want to surprise him. That'd be nice. I like if yours was more of a full suit set though. I like if your outfit was kind of simple though. You were sure Cove would look great no matter what he picked. I'm gonna let him pick. What the heck? And Cove, it'd be wonderful to see you with a fancier hairstyle. I think your normal hairstyle is perfect. Do whatever you want with your hairstyle. I feel like it'll be nice to see him with a fancier hairstyle. Okay, I'll do it. Excellent work. I know this has all been a lot of Q&A. There's much to consider for this big of an event. Then Baxter's pen was placed back into the pocket it had come from. He ran his now free hands along the smooth inside edges of his jacket.
Thank you.
Thank you too for being so forthcoming. I've got a strong idea of where this is going now. I'm already looking forward to the next meeting when we truly can get into specifics.
Oh?
What specificities?
Oh?
That's everything? We're leaving? Yes, you can go. Or you can stay if you want. That's the end of the actual session, but I'm not throwing you out. That's alright. Bye. Cove awkwardly waved Baxter off, despite still being seated and not going anywhere yet. He had gotten so into the discussion of the wedding that he'd forgotten his usual stiffness around Baxter for a time, but that spell broke. Baxter accepted the answer and pushed off the armrest of his chair to stand up straight. You and Cove followed his motion, getting up out of your own seats together. The wedding planner took one stride closer to the center of the room and reached out his hand towards yours. You shook it, you gave him a friendly nudge to the arm instead, you offered a fist bump, and shook your head politely. Hug! I love hugs! He smirked, letting you wrap yourself around him. He patted your back rather than giving a complete hug himself. Wow, hug not returned, but he liked your version of a farewell interaction just fine. It's great to see that you're Baxter. Have a good day. I'm expecting special treatment since we're such good friends, you joked. Don't work too hard. Goodbye. Bye. No. It's great that you're Baxter. You snorted loudly, highly entertained. Goodbye for today, my chief. I'm glad to have seen you. Then he offered the same gesture to Cove. Your partner accepted it casually, giving Baxter's hand a solid shake. Take care, Baxter. Thanks, the same to you. You've got a wedding to be ready for. Don't forget to look out for yourself and your fiance. I'll remember. The two men released the other's hand, settling the agreement to take this chance and put a new foot forward in their relationship. With that, the two of you found your way out of the office building. Alright, and this is where I'm going to stop for today's episode. I know I usually put the DLC all in one episode, but we're already at 43 minutes in, and I don't know how much more content there is to this DLC. So, I'm going to stop here, take a little rest, and drink some of my tea for my throat. But thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in the next one.